So we're on the middle of learning the halachas of Shemoneh Esrei. So it's in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, it's Siman 18, and we're going to do now halacha number 8. Okay, so it's very long halacha, Baruch HaShem. So let's do it with commentaries. Okay, one should not hold anything in his hands. So David asked us, I think last time or time before that, during the Shemoneh Esrei prayer. Okay, commentary. The attention necessary to ensure that the items do not fall can detract from the requirement of concentration on his prayer. Right, it's Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Berurah, etc. This halacha applies to the recitation of Shema, Psuki Dezimra as well, Mishnah Berurah. So basically, when you pray, you have to concentrate on your prayer and not. So the siddur is different, right? So besides the siddur, for example, what would be a good example? What would be a good example? So okay, so I in a place where I used to work, so we have mincha, and the mincha where I used to go was like in a delivery entrance. You know, like there is like mall, stores, and then behind the stores there's like a long corridor when they do delivery from the back. So, and they were nice enough, so they'll let us in. We need special ID to let us in because they know Jews are not going to steal, not going to take like anything, right? Not going to bother anybody. So we would stay there and pray. So basically people would pass in front of us, behind us, non-Jews deliver. Okay, but not. So what I'm trying to say. So some people would have like a job interview, and they would come with a suit, with a jacket, like a raincoat, and a fancy schmancy bags, and they were afraid to put it down because, of course, it's a delivery address. It's not the cleanest place in the world, right? It's dusty, maybe on the floor, of course. Maybe dirty from the wheels or the hand racks and stuff like that. I mean, so and they would keep all of these things in their hands. So I would say that this would be very distracting. So he keeps siddur and he keeps his raincoat because I don't know no hooks. I mean, it's like a service entrance. You understand? So this is my example. Okay, continue.
If I were to wear my raincoat in such a situation, would it be going against the halacha of not wearing clothes you wouldn't wear by davening?
No. What you're referring to, we didn't get to it, but this halacha they speaks specifically of, for example, if a person always wears a hat, so he should pray with the hat, right? So this is article of clothing that he usually using for prayer. Mm-hmm. You understand? So outside, for example, or in an office or wherever on his job, he does not he does not wear a hat, mm-hmm. Right? But when he would go prayer, so he would wear a hat, or he would wear a jacket. So not everybody wear jacket all day long. But I know many people, especially in that minyan that I went to, so not many, some people would have a special jacket in their office, and when they need to pray, they would wear a jacket and pray. And then, even bring like carry in their hands the jacket before the mincha, they would put it on and then take it off because it's hot outside. So basically, that was the things. But extra things you can have, there is no problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's better, for sure, it's better to hold it in your hands, and it's annoying, and it's sliding down, and then you have to hold the siddur, but the siddur it's like tiny siddur, like pocket-sized siddur. It's also like you have to keep it to your face. So, I mean, it's very inconvenient to hold all these things.
In all these situations, for example, let's say over here, you don't know where to put the coat, sword, and so forth, and let's say you can't find your shoes to wear or something, okay? In these situations, is it better, at what point do you say, okay, I should go daven and disregard the halacha? Meaning, let's say, I'll give you an example.
No, just just wear the coat. There is no problem. Just wear the coat. What's the problem?
I agree, but let's say, for example, the shoes. Let's say, okay, in this situation, let's say they're gonna start Shemoneh Esrei. Do you say, okay, I'm gonna go down in slippers? We'll set the halacha to the side. Do you say that or no?
I think so. To daven with a minion, I would say yes, set aside. Daven with a slipper, so.
Understood.
But by yourself, you would not do it. Okay. So continue. So I mean, from this sentence from the beginning, one should not hold anything in his hand during the Shemoneh Esrei prayer, except siddur or a mussar if he needs it. So I mean, if he remembers by heart, maybe he does not need it. So mussar is just to remind, is a special prayer book for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and some people have mussar for holidays, like Aruch, beautiful thing. I mean, I usually, me personally, I use regular siddur for holidays, so I have to jump from this page to that page to the end of the book, front of the book. Like, okay, you have to be always on guard. But in mussar, Aruch did amazing job. They have all of this. We just say they open on a Pesach. Only things that pertain to Pesach. Okay.
Rabbi, does this halacha that you named that you always have, let's say, to always look inside of the siddur, right? If someone's davening with a siddur.
No. It's not such halacha. He said if you need it. So I said it's proper to down the siddur because you have concentration. You don't look outside. You concentrate on the words.
No, I agree with you, but if someone's using a siddur, I'm pretty sure the halacha is not to look outside of the siddur at all. We read it last time in class, no?
Maybe I'm not getting it. So say it again. So
when someone has a siddur, right? If someone doesn't have a siddur, okay, go do what you're doing. But if someone does have a siddur and he's reading from the siddur, don't look outside of the siddur.
Or he can close his eyes basically.
Oh, he could. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically to not to look at everything that is moving around. Mm-hmm. So I once went to a very big place many years ago. I went to a big place, like huge place, probably one of the most famous shows in Brooklyn, right? Huge, and I thought that people there were very like angels. Somehow I thought that everybody's angel with 6 wings minimum, and it was Kabbalah Shabbos. It was the most disappointing experience in my life. I'm not going to mention the show, right? And people were walking constantly walking, and so many people like tight like sadid and walking and pushing you, and somebody is. They try to meet the friends to see who is there. It's like a club. You understand? So try to go and concentrate there. So in this case, you just close your eyes. So you close your eyes, even though you have siddur. So I mean, you see people from left and right. So it's not good. Okay, so the siddur is not going to help you much, basically. Yes.
In regards to all these halachas, just so that I know which questions to ask. When I'm pretty sure it's the Chazon Ish I saw in Rabbi Reuven's that the Chazon Ish said that unless something is specifically permissible, we count it as forbidden, and we don't like doubts, right? Something like that. So my question is, if we don't know halacha, right? This could be the halacha, this could not be the halacha. No, not like a double doubt or a single doubt. Not that. I'm saying maybe there's something extra, a new halach that I never heard of before, right? In regards to that, do we go leniently and say that halacha probably doesn't apply? For example, like I'll tell you, with mezainis, with rice, we say it's going to be brain nefesh instead of al hamichir, right? But I thought, wait, maybe it's going to be berkas hamazon, because berkas hamazon, what does the pasuk say? When it satisfies you, right? And so it satisfies you. So over there, do we go leniently and say it's permitted because we don't know that there is such a halacha, or do we have to be stringent and ask if there is such a halacha?
No, you have to ask. You cannot assume things. So especially with just for all of us who did not understand what David just asked. So I quickly I want to elaborate. So basically we have rice, right? So rice is not of the 5 species of the grains that we say misonis on, right? But it's an exception. So our sages say, since half of the world do not eat bread as much, right? Half of the world eat bread, half of the world eat rice. So for them, rice is a bread, right? So it's like the staple food is for, let's say, for European countries is bread, but for Asian countries rice. They eat bread, but not as much as other people, right? So for them, this rice is staple food. So of course we cannot say it is bread because it's in the grains. You cannot say it's bread. But since it's side is 38 and stuff like that, so we have it's mizoinus, right? And right, so we say mizoinus, but not everybody agrees. So okay, I mean the bottom line we do that. But if somebody wants to go by all of the opinions that exist, so what he does, he does 2 different brachas. He takes some real mizonis, cracker, say baremine mizonis on a cracker, say barepricha dama na piece of potato, let's say, and then we can eat rice. So, but we go straight, we just eat rice and say barena fashos like after any vegetable, let's say. So in this case, it's not that you can figure on based on your previous knowledge. If you did not get to this point, you would not be able to, right? So, but it would be like in this specific case, just answer this since it looks like it's not on the 5 grains. You can say barapricha dama, because it is true statement that it grows from the ground. So, but the best way is to ask. So our rabbis say you have to ask questions. That's why there are so many rabbis available. Not of them, many of them do not qualify, but find it's your job. It says clearly in Pirkei Avos, make yourself a rabbi. Does not say find, no, make yourself a rabbi. So it's your responsibility to find somebody who is knowledgeable, who knows how to answer your questions. Otherwise, he give you a wrong answer. It's your fault. You pick him. He say, "Oh, yeah, I want to be right. Oh, yeah, I want to be right. Yeah. No, nobody ever listened to me in my life. I want to be around it." And I said, so it's your responsibility. You have to ask the right questions. Okay.
So I have to give you one more example, because maybe this wasn't good, because this is basically the rice, because I might say Hashem's name 2 times in vain, because Berkas Hamazon versus Amidah. But let's say, for example, the halacha, how you're supposed to put on your shoes, right, left, right, takes precedence, so on and so forth. So I might think, wait, let's say I have a sefer in my hand, right? Which hand should I hold it in?
Okay. In your right
hand at all times. Maybe this is also the halacha.
No. Okay,
wait, I have to. That's halacha.
But you cannot. No. But this is common sense. You cannot do two halachas at the same time. Two actions at the same time. You cannot hold the sefer and tie your shoes at the same time. No, that's like common sense. So you put your sefer down, whatever, not down on the floor, but down on a table, and you tie the shoes, and then you take the sefer. So there is no contradiction.
Wait, no, that's not my question.
Okay, so let's look. So let's try. Okay, so let's ask.
Okay.
Ask. Go ahead.
Okay, so the question is like this. The question is, let's say I have a sefer in my hand. I might think that I have to hold the sefer in my right hand, just like I'm supposed to go to my right shoe first. You understand?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Exactly. So my question is, but obviously there's no halacha such as to hold the sefer in your right hand. There's no halacha. So my question is, going by this logic, right? Because I can do a great call of a chaimer to say maybe the halacha is I have to hold it in my right hand. do I have to ask a rabbi if there is such a halacha?
Yes, yeah. In case of the doubt, you must ask. Or what is the problem? I mean, you see, when somebody asks a question, it means that that person knows A, B, C, D, but he does know L, for example, right? Okay, so he has this knowledge, but not that specific knowledge. So when person asks question, it's a good question. It shows that he missing some parts. Understand? That's a good thing. Okay, so let's try to continue.
Why? Yeah, sure.
I want to get ahead of it. Okay, so let's continue. Save this question after the class. When necessary, a person should mark before the prayer those places in the Siddur or Mazon from which he must pray on that particular occasion, so that he should not have a search for a proper place in the middle of the prayer. Okay, so so what he said. So today you have Arskro, right? So he said, okay, you finish Shemoneh Esrei. Let's say today's Rosh Chodesh, so you go to Hallel. All right, right after Shemoneh Esrei, you go to Hallel. You finish Hallel, you go on page 157. You finish from this to this, you go to, and they say mussar. So you're always jumping. You say mussar, you jumping back. You say Aleinu Shabeach, you say Psalm of the day, and you say Kaddish, basically. So, but not in all of the Siddurim, it's clearly marked what to do, right? So it says, and some of them, it's like I see the Siddurim like all in one. It's like somebody put the text. I mean, the text is good. The text, and just dump it and run. That's it. Like unbelievable. How? But people knew, basically. People knew what to say, what not to say. In a place where I used to go, it was like one unified Siddur in different languages, Arskro, right? So somebody would announce the page. So somebody new does not know, whatever they forgot, that today is Rosh Chodesh, whatever it is, it doesn't make any difference. I mean, it saves time and everybody's on the same page. They will announce the page. In the next place where I went, like on the Shabbos, the Sephardic place, there are seven or eight different Siddurim, like has nothing to do with that. Nobody can, so everybody know what to do, basically. You understand? So people who does not, a person who does not know, who comes second time in the shul, he is lost in 3 seconds. You understand? In the place where I go now, also they do not announce pages. Even on the high holidays, everybody has different siddur. But here they say, I mean, and some people, they understand that they're in the wrong place, and they start looking, and they get frustrated that hasn't already 2 minutes in a new topic, and they still cannot find it. So they say, mark these appropriate pages, so you know what to say. That's what I gave many people that in my group. So I told them, okay, just create a sticky note, and I'm going to tell you the pages. You finish from this page to this page, then you jump to that page, and they always look. So I mean, it's easier for them than to read commentaries. Okay, but that's what Shulchan Aruch says. That a person must be prepared so he would not lose his concentration.